The great city of Shamballa. In every mythology and legendary religion of the world, there is one spot that is sacred above all others to the great ideal of that religion. To the Norsemen, it was Valhalla, the city of the slain, built of the spears of heroes, where feasting and warfare was the order of the day. Here the heroes fought all day and reveled by night. Every day they killed the wild boar and feasted on it, and the next day it came to life again. In the Northland they tell that Valhalla was high on top of the mountains, and that it was connected to the earth below by Bifrost, the rainbow bridge. That up and down that bridge the gods came, and Odin, the Allfather, came down from Asgard, the city of the gods, and worked and labored with mankind. Among the Greeks, Mount Olympus was held sacred, and here the gods are said to have lived high on top of a mountain. The Knights of the Grail are said to have had their castle among the crags and peaks of northern Spain on Mount Salvert. In every religion of the world, there is a sacred spot, Meru of the Oriental and Mount Moriah and Mount Sinai, upon which the tablets of law were given to man. All those are symbols of one universal ideal. And as each of these religions claimed among the clouds a castle and a home, so it is said that all religions of the world have their headquarters in Shamballa, the sacred city in the Gobi Desert of Mongolia. Among the Oriental peoples, there are wonderful legends of this sacred city, where it is said that the Great White Lodge, or Brotherhood, meets to carry on the governing of world affairs. As the Essaers of Scandinavia were 12 in number, as Olympus had 12 gods, so the Great White Brotherhood is said to have 12 members as well, which meet in Shambhala and direct the affairs of men. It is said that this center of universal religion descended upon the earth when the polar cap, which was the first part of the earth to crystallize, became solid enough to support life. Science now knows that not only does the earth have two motions, that of rotation upon its axis and revolution around the sun, but that it has 9 other motions as well. And according to Flammation, the French astronomer, one of these motions is that of the alternation of the poles. In other words, someday that part of the Earth's surface, which is now the north, will become the south. Therefore, it is said that the sacred city has left its central position and after much wandering is now located in Mongolia. Those who are acquainted with Mohammedan religion will see something of great interest in the pilgrimage to the Kaaba at Mecca, where thousands go each year to give honor to the stone of Abraham, the great aerolite, upon which Muhammad is said to have rested his foot. Old and young alike, some even carried, went through desert sands and endure untold hardships, many coming from great distances to visit the place they cherish and love. In India, we find the same thing. There are many sacred places to which pilgrims go, even as the Templars went in our Christian religion to the sepulchre of Christ. Few see in this anything more than an outward symbol, but the true student recognizes the great esoteric truth contained therein. The spiritual consciousness in man is a pilgrim on the way to Mecca. As this consciousness passes upward through the centers and nerves of the body, it is like the pilgrim climbing the heights of Sinai, or the Knight of the Grail returning to Mount Salvert. When the spinal fire of man starts upward in its wanderings, it stops at many shrines and visits many holy places. For like the Masonic brother and his Jacob's ladder, the way that leads to heaven is upward and inward. The spinal fire goes through the centers or seed ground of many great principles, and worships at the shrine of many divine essences within itself. But it is eternally going upward, and finally it reaches the great desert. Only after pain and suffering and long labor does it cross that wasteland of sand. This is the Gethsemane of the higher man. But finally he crosses the sacred desert, and before him, in the heart of the lotus, rises the golden city of Shambhala.